What's the password?
Can I come in?
Nah, that ain't it. Hey, groovy guys and gals, look at this. The co-worker lent us his box of trains. There's some pretty wild ones in here. Now, if you're an HO train guy, and it looks like some bigger scale too, stick around, because this is going to be sweet. You ready to dig in? Ha ha ha! I know I am. Let's do this thing!
Hey cats and kittens, it's a toy car case event at Johnny Roman's Supper Club. It is 3:16 on Old Johnny Clock. Let's see what pulled into our parking lot.
Oh man, this is really cool. Now, I know it's not Hot Wheels, but let me tell you, still cool as all get out. There are so many things that I want to see in here. Let me get things set up here. And we'll get our tripod set up, camera in place, and we will be ready to go. Look at that! There's the Supper Club, a toy car case event. Thanks for coming in. So, I'm going to start with what I see that is really, really cool. And it's this. Look at this. Santa Fe rail car. Alright. Very cool. Oh, guess what? I switched my one light around for racing and it was a little dark in here. There we go, a little better. So I wouldn't bang my head on the light. Look at that thing. So there's one of the cars. Here's another. Look at this. And again, I'm thinking of even setting up a little HO train track on this set somehow, and these babies lock together somehow like that. Pretty cool. Another one, right, with little figures in there. Very cool. Now, knowing my co-worker, this is all gonna get zombified somehow, some way. Oh, but let me tell you, again, he is a collector of scale items that are really cool, and he has found some really great stuff for us lately, just to show off. Now, he'll be picking through it, finding the things that he wants, and then he'll fill up a bag for old Johnny. Now, look at this. Now, this rail got a little whack-a-lack-a-jack. It looks like all it just needs is a dab of glue in there, because these are kind of loose in here. They're not in a box. See this side? Mint condition. So nice. Oh, so this will pull all these trains, right? And there's a second one too. Now again, like I said, these are fragile. These are just plastic rails, which is kind of weird. You'd think they'd be like metal or something, but maybe it's easier to make it in plastic. Aren't these cool? Look at that. You do a front to back pulling that thing. Oh. Now I'm not gonna spread these all out super far. Then he's got this big bag of tracks. Now this is the larger scale, and I forget what scale this is, and I know you guys out there know exactly what scale this is. Oh, here it is. Me trying to open up a Ziploc bag, I got a better chance of giving birth to a porcupine. Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can get one of these out. So here's the trail. You have a male on one side. Track, trail. What a goofy goober. And a female on the other. So these just plug together. And then the electricity you hook up. And these get bolted down to your track or whatever your substrate is. And you're off to the races for a larger scale train. Now some of these tracks and trains, people have them outside in their garden. My one good friend that passed away last year, he had a big, huge set in his garden that was really sweet.
Hey cats and kittens, it's a toy car case event at Johnny Roman's Supper Club. It is 3:16 on old Johnny Clock. Let's see what pulled into our parking lot.
Look at all these micro machines. They are tiny, they are cool, they make me drool. This is a micro machine special edition. I love it. You can stick them in your pocket, stick it in your nose, stick it in your finger, stick it in your toe. Okay, kids, don't stick them in your nose. That's wrong. Aw, come have fun.
Here's a Pacific Express. And again, if you grew up by the railroad tracks, which we did, we had train tracks all the time, and we were playing on the train tracks all the time. We were putting pennies on there. We were doing all sorts of things on those railroad tracks. It was crazy. And you'd find everything on there. Sometimes little, like iron pellets. They were like just the size of, I don't know what, bigger than a pea, and they were great in the wrist rocket, and you could find those all day long because they would be in the train cars and just bounce out, and wherever they hit, that's where we were, picking them up. So that was pretty sweet. Now he's got some in bags and some out. Now here's some box cars, Burlington, and look, so cool. Again, the details on these trains, and nowadays what they're doing is they're actually, how's that? This one should slide, but it's not. Oh, there it goes. So you can have it open all the way through. But they're actually weathering these trains so they look like they are rusted and rained on, and I'm telling you, some really cool stuff. I'm getting my Jones on these things. These are so cool. This is one of the things that I kept as a kid, is my series of train tracks and trains. Even though it was just HO scale that I had at the time, it was HO Cars. Oh, here's a Thomas the Train. Not quite sure which one. This is a much smaller scale, but not an N gauge, not a HO. Maybe it's an HO, but probably its own little track. We'll kind of put him off to the side over here. Put him in the back. It's not as cool as the others. Look at this. Oh, now we're missing a wheel set there. I forget what it's called, a truck or whatever. Shock control. Santa Fe. Now, my one friend, he would buy these at the train shows as like additions onto his Star Wars type of builds and stuff. Now, here's a Central Pacific train, and it's got red wheels, and I'm guessing this might be like for a holiday train set of some sort. It's a little bit different. I'll see if we can kind of put these into categories as we pull them out. But like there, you saw in the box, there's a ton here. Oh, look at this. Here's another different style Santa Fe engine. How cool is that? This is fantastic. Now, I've had these in the Supper Club forever, doing other videos, and these were way before even we went on vacation to Arizona, which is nutsola. That was a long time ago. Here's another one. Pacific Teen. But such a classic look on these engines. Just so cool. I know. Some people are going, I'm out of here. That's fine. These are to bring back memories. This whole show, the Toy Car Case, me, Johnny Roman, is just to bring back some great old memories that we had as kids for the adult diecast collector or training guy or hobby enthusiast. And again, these things are missing wheels, but they're little plastic cheapies, easy to replace, easy to fix these things. But again, just very fun to have all these different types of vehicles and train cars. Here's a short box car or flatbed, Southern Pacific. And again, you could detail these up. Now, do you remember the video I did of that one underground train setup that I go into the place, and it's been since 1973. One time I saw a military train that they set up with Roco mini tanks on it. Coolest thing I've ever seen. So they had flatbed cars that actually had Roco mini tanks on it strapped down. It was, and they had like 20 to 30 flatbeds in a row on this set. It was really amazing. Now this ladder got a little jacked in the box. Get it? Jack in the box. But this is a Santa Fe caboose. Now you notice that any trains these days don't have cabooses on it just because it's added extra weight and who knows what. Here's a flatbed, kind of busted up. Now something probably important when, oh, it's a dumper. Look. So you put it on the track, it hits something, and it actually dumps the load, usually logs or pipes or something like that. Pretty cool. Then you get into the old steam engines. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Oh, this is a long video. You better go get a beverage or something. Come on back. Look at that. Oh, one of these goes forward and one goes back. And again, these can all be easily repaired. You've got most of the parts and pieces in play. And maybe you make it into a steampunk type of thing. Who knows? Now here's a larger scale that goes on that bigger track. New York Central. It almost looks like a coal car feeding the steam engine. And that is a huge scale. We'll put that off to the side over here. CP Rail. And again, these box cars, there's so many different varieties on these. Now this one, the doors do not open, but look at all the detail on there. All the rivets and stuff they have. I mean, again, when you paint these up and weather them, they are so cool. And that's a expertise in its own. Now, I've been following a new guy, and forgive me, I don't know his name, on Instagram, and let me tell you, he's out of the state of California, and he's building monster models. He's only built like 4 or 5. He only has a small amount of posts, but his painting of these universal monster models, just fantastic. I should go get his name on there so I can tell you guys where to go. But if you, yeah, I'm posted. He and I are talking back and forth a lot these days, just because he is just, again, another one of these guys that is so skilled. I asked if he was an artist, and he's actually in the financial field for the last 27 years, running a financial place, and he's investing people's monies. And let me tell you, he's painting models on the side, and it is very cool. Look at this, Penn Central. Look at that. Again, opening doors. Really simple, but you can load in hobos or cattle or whatever you want in these. You know, end times you can load up all the people you don't like or disagree with you, take them off on a vacation. Oh, look at that. Again, these box cars, all slightly different condition, but A-okay. Now this one, it looks like he started to muddy up and dirty up, or someone did. But that blue color and red wheels, it just doesn't make it. For me, kind of goofy goober. Not as cool as the other ones. Look at this. So you've got some sort of little vehicle that snaps onto a flatbed, which is pretty cool. Not this flatbed, but we'll put it there for now. Oh, there's so many cool things in here that I'm looking at. Here's like a grain car. So the grain would go in the top or whatever, and then it would feed out of the bottom when it gets to its destination. Look at that. Now, I don't know how common these are, and I'm sure there's some that are super rare and super valuable, just like toy cars, you know? You think this one's worth 50 billion and this one's worth a nickel. Here's another Santa Fe series. Look at that. So nice. Look at the details on that. Again, a little weathering on this to show the variation of color on there. Very, very cool. Oh, I don't know if I can back this up a little bit or see if we can get a little bit more in there. Here's another Santa Fe. Oh, let me tell you, I'm filming this at night. So when I film at night, I don't have the daylight from the windows coming in, so the set's a little bit darker than usual. But I'm sure you knew that. I film all time! Oh, look at this one. You got like the mod guys in there. Train riders in there. Which again, this is nostalgia. And again, some of these trains, oh look at that. This is like a, battery operated. Made in China. Look at that. This is a lot smaller than the others. Do you see that? So it's a slightly different scale. Oh, there's so many cool trains in here. It's unbelievable. Look at this Amtrak train. Now, we see this one in Chicago all the time. But this is a vintage train. And this is like a cheapy one, too. Look at that. You got all the rigging on the outside, but perfect for a zombie. Look how wide that is compared to this one. So again, it's a slightly different scale. It's not as big as the black one in the back over there, but again, really cool. And there seems to be a couple of them. Another Amtrak. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So cool, so much fun. And the coupling is a simple peg. Oh, here it is. There's the peg. So you just stick the peg through and you're set to go. So, Goodwill, 99 cents. Wow's Toys. But look at the style of engine on there. That is pretty cool. And that looks like, again, a simple battery operated. And there's two of them. So wild. There's three of them. Here's your switch to turn it on and off. Seeing holes right through it. Look at that. Coming down the track at you. Pretty wild and cool. Oh boy, I'm running out of room so fast. Oh, here's the cars for that. Look how cool that is. With an upper and lower deck. Now there's no windows in there, but that could easily be replicated with a fat piece of plastic, or a flat one too. Look at that. I love this stuff. This train stuff is very cool for me. Girl Scout, official Girl Scout equipment. So, whoever's a Girl Scout out there watching, this is for you. But again, look at these train cars. The details they put into some of these are just unbelievable. And just one after the other. Here, look at this. And we got this much more to go, about half a box. So I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna rearrange a little bit. And now look at this, Girl Scouts. I'm gonna rearrange this so we can show you more. Look at that. This is a cool set. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Hey cats and kittens, it's a toy car case event at Johnny Roman's Supper Club.
1968 Hot Wheels.
I'm excited. How about you?
Oh!
It is 3:16 on Old Johnny Clock. Let's see what pulled into our parking lot.
So there you go. I kind of organized it. Now the box cars are a little longer than the other cars over there. Just kind of rearrange these things. All the Santa Fe's are over here. Okay, ready? Let's see what else we can get going here. Let's see if we get this locked into place. Here's another one of those Chinese made ones with all the different figures and people in there, which is to me just fascinating. It's like Miss K's box art that she has on some of these vintage, really vintage. Oh, those doors open and close. Very cool. And now it's like this one over here. Now here's a caboose. Now in my driving around, as I drive to Wisconsin, there's a house that has one of these cabooses on rails in their backyard. How cool would that be for your toy studio? That'd be sweet. Now for one of the flatbeds, you've got pipes that just kind of stick together. This could be a series of any type of pipe or channel that will or materials that could hold up bridges or whatever. Look at this. Again, the different advertisings on these to me is very cool. That's sweet. Oh man. Just wild stuff. Here's a Burlington line. Burlington, Wisconsin. Again, the rails are jacked on this, and those are simple things to get for the true enthusiast. But like I said, I'm guessing most of these are going to end up zombified somehow, some way. Conoco. Oh, look at that. Again, just a great respect for all the people that do trains and have train setups. It is so much stinking work. Then there's this in a bag, Daddy, which I'll keep in the bag. There's, because all the trucks and everything are in there. But look at this, Northern Pacific. Looks like a car carrier. And they have all these on the side. And in this area, there's not even that much holes in between. It's all metal with just little circles. Because kids throw rocks at the train cars as going by. If you have automobiles in this car, they get damaged. Guaranteed every time. And this one, look at this. Sugar Diamond Sugar. I know. So goofy, but to me, so cool. Now, I don't know what this is. You've got something, it looks almost like a track cleaner, because this is heavy duty and very weighty. So that'll sit on top of the track, and you probably put some sort of cleaner on this, and as it goes around the track, then you've got all the trucks in there for the missing pieces on this and the other box car there. But again, so cool. Put zombies in there. And I'll just put this back in this bag. And we'll put it off to the side here. Oh, look at that. There's the gold Christmas tree around the Christmas tree. Now, do you guys set up a track around the tree? I know we do some years, and it's Big Mama's dad's, who passed away a long time ago. It's a Procter & Gamble train. He worked for Procter & Gamble, and we set that up, and we think of old Grandpa. Great guy. We miss him very much. Oh, look at this. Here's a Rock Island. Now, again, they have... This is all molded in blue, and this would have to be painted up to look anything realistic. But this is a much larger scale. But very interesting stuff. Here's another coal car. And that looks like HO scale, which is crazy. It just looks bigger. So maybe, you know, America, gotta get it bigger. Now, I do have a bunch of N-scale trains that I bought at a garage sale, thinking, you know what, if I set up a train layout, if I have N-scale trains, they're super tiny, and they would fit almost anywhere. You could have just a tiny, like even a 3x3 board with a really cool, intricate setup. But, you know, being a collector, you just collect and pile up. Uh-oh. Here's another Thomas the Train type of thing. This is Clarabelle. Kind of goofy goober. Oh, this is super heavy. There's a mighty motor in this one. Reading railroad. Reading lines off the old Monopoly game, right? See, and some of you guys would take this thing apart and make sure that baby works. So cool. Again, this stuff is really cool to me. Oh, I can't thank the co-worker enough. He and I have become good friends over the years. We're always going to lunch solving all the world's problems. Sometimes we'll laugh, sometimes it's serious. Oh, great guy. So, here's another one. Look at that. Now, that one's kind of cheesy, and it looks like a little cheaper brand. Now, this one, interesting enough, is very heavyweight, and I bet this light, yep, lights up. So it's like some sort of spotlight. And I don't know what would have gone over here, but there was something definitely hiding all this wires and stuff. So it would conduct through the wheels up to this wire and light the light. So it was some sort of spotlight going through. And that car is a really short one. Now, molded kind of like an off yellow. So it's kind of interesting in itself. Here's the Spirit of 76. America's Bicentennial. Caboose, which is nice. New York Central. Again, look at that engine. How cool is that? Oh, I'm totally digging this. Loving it. Oh, yeah, someday I'll get my train sets out and show you. I've shown you a little bit of some of them, but not nearly all. Union Pacific, be specific, ship Union Pacific. Grain car, and again, the trucks are missing on that, but that's okay. Gorgeous. Oh, look, it's not even bolted in. Now this box car is heavier than other. I wonder if that's metal. Oh, look, the door's open. So cool. This base is metal. And the rest is plastic. Pig Palace. I know some people that could ride in that. Northern Pacific. Because they are Piggy Palace people. Texaco. Oil. Tanker. Pretty sweet. And again, these were used in Star Wars as different, I forget what they call it. There's a special word for it that makes it all cool to them. And oh, here's a Caterpillar train. Now this one is a weird battery operated, so you could just put it on the floor and it would work. But look again, the way they make these engines, if you customize and paint these things, Hector the Cat or 2HAD Cat, this would make a great post-apocalypse type of vehicle where you've got a big huge train with weapons on it. Now here is a flatbed with big propellers, and I found one of the propellers on the bottom of the bin, and because again these are just thrown in, but so cool to just be shipping 2 propellers on there for a big boat or ship or whatever has propellers like that. Oh, this thing is a heavy piece. Oh, that is cool. Now this one might go with that coal car in the back there. They're about the same size. They're monster size. But look at the detail. Just fun. Again, with some slight weathering and painting and pulling out some of these details on here, these things would be just exquisite. Very cool. But like I said, super large scale, super duper heavy. Here's a kitty car. Oh, you've got some sort of USB port on there. Maybe it makes a sound or something. Jupiter. Fifth Dimension just came to mind. Uh-oh, here's a already made zombie apocalypse car. Is that wild? This is like a little cheapy something or other. Look at that. Is that wild? Oh, I know Izzy's loving that. He likes the scary stuff. Look at that. The door opens and closes. That's too bad these side doors don't open and close. Ooh, scary! Go check out Izzy's World. Fun. Riot. The guy is a riot and a half. Look at this. Again, I don't know if these are rare or what they are. Anything about trains other than, to me, they're very, very cool. Now, uh-oh. Something fell on the floor. I felt it hit my foot. Hang on. Christmas is here! It is the official Christmas countdown of the Toy Car Case event at Johnny Roman's Supper Club. Or should I say, ho, 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 ho! Santa's on his way for the Christmas countdown at the Toy Car Case event at Johnny Roman Supper Club. So let me tell ya, it is for the adult diecast collector to revisit some great old memories. December 1st, we are opening a present a day till they go away. So I hope you join us each and every day as we open all sorts of presents. Let's see what Santa and our friends have brought in today. Any little pieces and parts I gotta keep in the bin because let me tell you, the co-worker, here's another pipe piece. The co-worker, man, he puts these things together and he'll piece them all together again, which is really cool. This is another coal car, real cheapy, hollow, just for a kid playing on a tabletop. Here's another part of that, the Virginia Truckee. I'm not a Trekkie, so that's good. Here's another Southern Sao Ut He Run. We're not going to get any copyright infringements on that. Here's another flatbed, and it looks like they started to weather it, which is really cool. Again, it's just a wash of paint that gives it just that little added extra. But look how realistic this thing looks. So cool to me. I know. Isn't it great being a nerdy nerd? Oh my. If you can't get your nerd on with this stuff, we'll have to get the toy cars out again. I know, they're coming. Look, there's a stack of cars back there. You see them? Recognize them? Yeah. So look at this, the Burlington line again. Just so gorgeous. Opening doors on both sides. And the graphics, I'm sure these change just from year to year and however. So, you know, certain people are looking for a specific type of car and a specific pattern or wording on it. One that is rarer than the other. Union Pacific. Look at that. Now this one's a little heavier. Still plastic, but this base is metal. And some are metal and some are plastic. So I'm guessing the older ones are metal based. Look at this, Spirit of 76 to go along with that caboose. The Minutemen. And again, just to have a train set up. Remember those airplanes at that one guy's house? The Finkster man? The Rat Fink guy? Well, let me tell you, he had 2 big cases of his original train cars on the wall. Gorgeous to see. Just gorgeous to see. Here's another tanker truck. Diamond Chemicals. Look at that. Again, the details on these. Now, these been jacked because it's been in a bin for so long, but still easily fixed and weathered, and these will be really cool. Another coal car, Pennsylvania. I know someone that lives in Pennsylvania. T-Cat. Oh, always be T-Cat to me, man. So, again, any little pieces that I see that were in one of these that came out, look at this little caboose. It's missing everything underneath, but still cool. Oh, I think this goes on that Spotlight one. Look at that. Am I a genius or what? Is that wild? So nice. We just got a couple more to go. New York, Illinois. This is all big chunky pieces. $6 for this. Kids nip. But again, these engines and different pieces and parts, so cool. Again, what is this? Flatbed for something. And they would have specific things on these things that would set into play. And it could be so amazing to have these Great Northern. But in looking at some of these, you can see the detail in some, and some are less detailed. And again, if you're a train person, you know exactly which ones are the high end and which aren't. Even if you're not, you can tell just because of the quality of the molding and the details in it, which is pretty nice. We're getting down to the end here. And here's another scary one for T-Cat. Oh, you got praying mantis type of things in there. Go check out Izzy World. Here's the slime oozing out. Looks like same graphics on both sides. Now this one doesn't have a door on it, so I don't know what that means. That one goes with this one. Another tanker, $1.99 Goodwill. Now I hope he got more than this for $1.99, because this is missing everything on it. It doesn't look like Union Carbide. It doesn't look like it's too fancy or detailed compared to some of the other ones we've seen. Western Maryland. Look at that. And again, the details are so much fun on these. Missing the steering wheel on that one. Lock it down. I do have a military train somewhere that has a box car like this, and when you open it up, it opens up into an 88mm gun, which is really cool for an army setup. These box cars I really like that are open like this, just really sweet. And they're all plastic, so these could bust up real easy if you don't take care or look at them too closely, or take care of them too closely. And then here's the caboose for that larger scale simple train. Again, missing all the wheels and stuff. Oh, so we just got a couple little ladders and a couple little loose pieces in the bottom. But look at this. I'm telling you, let me get the tripod out of the way. Look how much fun this is. So cool. Oh, the co-worker comes into the supper club with a huge box of trains. Thanks for coming in to a toy car case event at Johnny Roman's Supper Club. It's a train thing today. Oh, thanks for coming in. Remember, like and subscribe, and we'll get back to Hot Wheels soon. This is a nice break. Oh, I hope you dig it. Did you have a favorite train in here? Did you have trains? Let me know in the comments. I love to read your comments when you leave a comment. Rock on, my babies! Rock on!
I know you're a toy car case guy out there. It is 3:16 on Old Johnny Clock. Let's see what pulled into our parking lot. Hit that subscribe button and you won't miss out.
Don't you wish you had that?
This is the place to be.